Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here we go. Eruption versus Team KINTSUGI.
Looking forward to this one. Of course, it is the rematch over on Overpass. Last time was 16-13 in favor of Eruption. See if KINTSUGI can better that, maybe drag themselves to a victory over this team.
Well, Dobby going to be going down in towards Underpass here. Looking for any kind of opponents he can. It's going to be coolest. So potentially taking some damage here. No. Dobby is able to get that first kill. Flyer. Not standing too much of a chance. Shinobi going to be on the A side, looking to take down any opponents. They should be able to make their way on over. Defense are going to be a little bit too strong. These dual Berettas from Long are going to be stabbing them in the back. Going to be able to pick a couple of kills up here, maybe one. Fury going to pick up the final one.
Nice, quick and clean start to this half for Eruption. Nab themselves that pistol round and yeah, get themselves that little bit of extra cash in the back. Oh, goodness me. Sorry, folks, the overlay is a little bit buggy. We've got some tech difficulties. We'll get that sorted out for you guys as quickly as possible. But in the meantime, we are seeing a pretty strong force buy coming through from KINTSUGI here. 2 scouts, a couple of deagles. That is quite a lot of money that's gone into this round. If it doesn't work out, well, you guys know the drill. It's going to be bad news bears for their economy.
Yeah, so as we get everything sorted out on screen, let's just pay attention to the gameplay here. Dobby is going to get tagged down heavily. 12 HP on the mad lad. He has picked up the MP9, dropped the M4 over towards one of his teammates. Makes sense. Some utility as well going to get dropped on over. As we do see him make his way on over to the long position. Fire. Looking for what he can on that long position. It's going to be Dobby just backing off, realizing that he's not going to stand much of a chance versus the Tech 9s or even the Scouts, so pulling back to play deep on site is probably the smartest idea. He's going to play the support position for his teammates. Okay, much better. That's going to be... Oh, the smoke going out just in time. He moves. I honestly thought he was going to get shot there, and that was going to be a little bit painful. Petro is able to take down Shinobi. That is potential gun recovery for them if they can make their way back down in towards that short position.
Nice to see they haven't actually fully committed to anything just yet, getting a nice feel for what positioning is like. I also like the position here from accuracy. I think that there's a good potential here for a bit of a wraparound backstab, but look at Eruption and how they're taking control of the map. They could just collapse on KINTSUGI.
Oh, I thought that was going to be a kill, but Pain, like I said, can't get those entry kills. It's going to be cool. It's going in for a secondary kill as well, looking in for the final one, but instead, Yami going to be able to pick up one. The last one left alive now. Scout in hand. HP goes in for the peak, but unfortunately had a bunch of guns aimed his way. So unable to do anything. That's going to be a 2-0. This is potentially looking fairly spicy, but it is the CT side, and we're only 2 rounds in.
That was a good response from Eruption as well. They noticed a little bit of presence towards that A site, and then they noticed that it goes quiet. So they start fanning out, they take that map control, and as mentioned, right, they could just collapse in on the 3 KINTSUGI players that were headed over towards that B site. Accuracy is flanking around, but he's never going to get into position in time. By the time he gets to the site, well, as you said, 3 or 4 guns all pointed in his direction, not much to get done. KINTSUGI back down onto pistols, and in a bit of a tight spot.
Yeah, well, Coolest was always going to get that kill, although Petro able to get that counter, that trade-off is always what you want to see, and he is one of the top traders. Just to get these kills, it's always going to be a good move. Dobu going to chuck out that nade that should potentially finish off there. Never mind, it's going to be the headshot from the MP9. Shinobi takes down a few players left alive. Pain and Wonderful God. Unfortunately, Wonderful God didn't quite account for Yami. I'm not sure. Pain, last one left alive, does get the headshot, but unable to do anything more.
All right, KINTSUGI. Now I start to look at what they're going to bring to the table. Obviously, able to do an actual buy this time around. And while that force in the second round didn't do massive problems to them, they're still able to buy in and quite nicely. Really not lacking in any sense. So not terrible. And we'll see if they can bring the momentum back in their favor. This, of course, is going to be the first time we get to see some real tactical prowess from them. But, of course, Coolest, he's got the AWP on the field. Could shut down any pushes.
Oh, virtual that flash is going to be a little bit annoying, a little bit of wastage. So he's going to have to back off from this position. Efar waiting for this flash, this entry with his teammates. Pushing down towards underpass to clear this out. Now his teammates looking to carry on up towards short whilst he clears that underpass with his other teammates. Coolest, this open hand that you did to call out. The door does open. He has to... Oh, the wallbang comes through. That's very spicy. No return fire either. I'm not sure if they knew he was there or if they just took some random shots. But actually over towards this long position. Looking to try and get an entry kill for his teammates. He has now been spotted. Smoke's going to be going out towards bank. Trying to cover that cross. That's a bit of a spray. Turn Shinobi. Fantastic headshot. Return fire comes from Dobby, but unfortunately, managed to get one. That was it. Now, A-Site has been taking over. Good resurgence here from KINTSUGI. Fury going to be going in for the retake scenario with his teammates, but unfortunately for him, Coolest was pretty much all the way across the map.
Yeah, kind of similar to what we saw in the last round, where Accuracy with his scout is in Narnia and the rest of his team is busy getting dismantled. We see the same thing happening here. Eruption not going for strong map control or aggressive map control, let me put it that way. Instead, playing slightly more passive in KINTSUGI. Accuracy did this 2 rounds in a row. He goes up long, tries to get something there, and if that doesn't work out, he'll pull back, maybe reaggress. This time around, he actually does manage to spot a player, drops that smoke to cover himself. Ooh. Nice attempt. And then is able to get the shot nicely onto the player on car. And then, of course, from there, the pins all just start to fall in favor of KINTSUGI. That was a really, really good execute. Eruption just not quick enough to respond. And this is a little bit more of what we were maybe hoping to see from KINTSUGI, right? Put up a really good fight. And now they're able to bring out an AWP of their own, try and bring that, go toe-to-toe with Coolest and win out on that battle. Eruption, of course, on a bit of a mixed buy, a bit of a broken buy here. See what they'll be able to carry into the next round. If they do manage to win out on this one, though, that's going to put KINTSUGI in a tough spot.
What about that economy control? If KINTSUGI can maintain this, it'll be fantastic. If they do lose out, it's going to be super painful. Wonderful God coming alive. You did mention him for a player to be one to watch, and he has come alive in more recent times, and during the Rio opens as well. He's one of the higher performers. Not usually the top performer. Pain. You don't expect to be doing much of an opener. He's looking to try and disprove the downplaying his ability. Very start of the progress, and it looks like, unfortunately, he is unable to achieve that. Dobu and Fury able to pick up double kill. Dobu just traded out by fire right away in towards toilets. Coolest AWP in hand. Did lose this last round, so it'd be rather painful to lose it right away again. But Fury with another kill. Coolest, oh god, I called it out, but he ends up dropping it almost immediately. We do have Yami here to try and get it. Try to stop him from taking this blind. He gets a kill, goes in for the second one as well. Accuracy falls. AWP is picked up. That's going to be the 4th round on the board, and well, you'd said I can see you really needed that round.
Yeah. And that was like one of the less decisive I say that we're still only 5 rounds in, but the round before was a very decisive round. They had a clear control, but Accuracy getting that early kill was pivotal. Now, of course, they don't want to do the same thing again. They don't want to become telegraphed. They hit B site instead. They lose some players early on, and yes, they are trading, but Eruption are now reading into their play. They kind of lean towards B. They're probably going to hit A. It's what they did the last round, but in reverse. So they have a nice little bit of reinforcement over towards that A site, and they're able to shut that down quite nicely. KINTSUGI now going to have to rethink how they do this, and in a bit of a tight spot in terms of what utility they have left. They've obviously chucked out a lot of that early on, so when the attempt at a reaggression comes through, they're going to be a little bit on the back foot.
One for God already going to get tagged down. Tech 9 in hand. It's going to be a little bit more difficult for him to be able to achieve too much here for his teammates, but still has some potential down and towards Monster. We have got some aggression coming out from Eruption. They're going to gain a lot of information here. Coolest should have this called out for him to expect some kind of play over towards the long position, and that's exactly what happens. And he's going to fall back a little bit. Doesn't want to have anything to do with that. Flash out over towards toilets. Yami does take down Pain. But Wonderful God able to get a trade off. But straight away, Fury able to get those kills. Peeking around the corner. Gets a headshot, but unfortunately, with an MP9, E-Fire takes care of Dobu, who played a little bit too more aggressive, a little bit too aggressive rather, in towards that long position. Bomb is still under control for Eruption. 2v3. It's in their favor. They have an opportunity to open this up. Coolest hasn't been able to hit any shots, but there we go. Finally wakes up, takes down accuracy. And now it's going to come under a lot of pressure here. Chucks down an initial smoke to try and delay the potential push from these players, which is inevitable, it seems like. Actually, is going to be pushing up, playing fairly aggressive here. There's going to be very lack of time. The shots have to come through. The denial of the plant has to happen, and it does. Never mind, the bomb plant does go down. I'm blind. E-fire. Last one left alive is his teammate. It's taken care of on top of those boxes. Now Fury trying to work out where this last player is at. He can round does spot him, but he's too busy looking at his gun. A little bit of a bad habit to do during the game. Interesting point. If anyone in chat, these are both Mongolian teams.
Yeah, it's the Mongolian derby, folks. That was actually really well played. The teammate up on top of the crates there, just putting out suppressive fire, trying to stop.
Ooh, look at me.
What?
That's it. Like, he's just sitting up there trying to distract them.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, it works. It works out really well. I mean, he does lose his life in the end, but it gives his teammate the time that he needs to plant the bomb. It's fantastic. And then down to the 1 versus 1. And the, well, winning out that 1v1, it's a big boon here for KINTSUGI. They're still in a little bit of a tight spot in cash, but they've basically decimated Eruption's money. Oh, my goodness.
That was rather close.
Yeah.
Pretty
damn. He got a haircut.
7 HP. Wow. Well, E-fire is going to be pushing down. Does get a tag onto Fury as well. Decides not to follow up with the grenade, which could have been a good shot. So he does go down. Wow. Okay. Scout going to be coming out versus E-fire here. Able to get that kill. It's going to be big, but Fury with the AK in hand. It's not fast enough. Wonderful God has taken down. Scout God is now dead. Oh, players caught off guard. Shinobi is able to take down Wonderful God. Nice little trade here.
The bomb.
Slow.
Is it even going to matter? What?
I don't think it really does. I mean, they've got enough time here to plant the bomb. Shinobi has an AK in hand. Oh, wait, hang on.
Hang on.
They should have no idea that he's over here. He's going to be making footsteps. They know he's there. The headshot comes out now. This is a clutch potential. 40 seconds left on the clock, though. Plenty of time here still to play around. Fetchko is going to be playing very aggressive here. He wants a piece of the action. He knows this player is possibly down in towards underpass or toilets. Maybe even playground. So he's just clearing out these angles. Going down. He's managed to pick up the bomb unnoticed. As Shinobi.
No ways.
Oh, God. That's not even like ships in the night. That was just Shinobi looking the wrong way at the wrong time. That's very unfortunate.
Not very ninja of him.
No. Yeah. Nailed me! Oh, God! That was so close! Shinobi!
Okay, that whole round was madness.
This is back and forth.
I will say Eruption get away with murder on an eco round. So fair play to them for doing so well, cutting it so close. But KINTSUGI looked, I don't know, maybe there was a bit of overconfidence knowing that it's an anti-eco, but they looked maybe a little too cocky. They got a little bit messy there, not super coordinated, and Eruption do a good job of, well, punishing that. Comes down to a little bit of heroics from Vetchel to be able to salvage that round for them, and it was a round they dearly needed. Because, of course, Eruption's still in a bit of a tight spot here, so KINTSUGI have the opportunity to bring it back in their control.
Yeah, my heart is going all over the place on that. That was a little bit insane. Bit of a force coming up on these players, and Fury just walks straight into the line of fire from the opposition, and actually able to take him down with no issue whatsoever. Shinobi's going to be in a key position. If they decide to push through here, he may be able to pick up 1 kill, depending on if anyone decides to push through underpass. He could be pushing through Monster. Unfortunately, the flash hadn't gone out in time. Payne able to get a nice trade off. Why don't you kill, though? Keep that in mind. It's a good trade. And still 3 players left on the side of Eruption, Sam, but they're kind of spread all over the place. And at the moment, there's multiple players approaching the A site. They do dodge a couple of bullets here, but Fire and Payne almost instantaneously get a double kill. The bomb does go down, though. Dobu going to be able to pick up a gun. Never mind, he has to switch back to the power. Peeks out over towards Shorts. Gets the kill. He's only got 6 bullets left in his magazine, and he's going to be playing aggressive. A little bit too eager be, but they can hear him run out of bullets. He does get a lot of damage there, but not the kill.
This was, I I could see what Eruption were attempting there. They were trying to take really good map control. Look, they did leave a lot of the western side of the map basically unoccupied, right? The entirety of Long Playground, that whole area was just completely left, and it was all towards Underpass and over towards the B site. But the fact that those players are able to get through Monster, and okay, accuracy, yeah, a bit of a mistime there on the flash, unfortunately, but it gets traded back instantly. And at that point, now they have control of the B site. Now Eruption are down so many players, and the rotations don't have the time to actually come through. Bomb does get dropped in an unfavorable position, but at that point, KINTSUGI have control. The really important thing for me was that Coolest was on the B side here, and he missed a pivotal AWP shot. We were watching it from the POV of the KINTSUGI player. Can't remember which one it was, but Coolest misses that shot, and he is instantly overrun by KINTSUGI players. That is a pivotal shot that he needs to hit, and unfortunately, he's not able to do that. Now Eruption, well, the scores are tied up, but KINTSUGI, as much as they're on a bit of a streak here, their cash is also not in a great spot. It's been so back and forth. Neither one has been able to build up any real piggybacks, I suppose.
Oh, and just saying that, I was about to go off with saying, this is the round for them to build up their bag. And then as soon as that thought goes into my head, bang, the deagles come out, and we see two players drop. Coolest. I was going to say, should get traded off, but no, it's Pain. He doesn't see that coming. He gets slammed to the ground, and somehow this pistol round down seems to be the one in which Eruption have the highest chance of being able to get around on the board and try to go get a lead once again. Actually going to be playing super aggressive now. His angles doesn't expect this whatsoever. Goes down. The bomb is definitely lost, and now last player left alive is E-Fire, and he is wondering, where are my teammates?
This is the type of low buy round that I really, really enjoy, where the team that is quote unquote ecoing or low buying, whatever, play a far more kind of fast and loose style, and you see Eruption kind of spread out across the map quite nicely. Look, those first two Deagle dinks definitely plays a huge part in that. They're able to upgrade their weaponry, take a bit more space, moving out into crazy positions, right? I mean, they're going all the way just about into the T-spawn. Completely unexpected positioning there. And they're able to dismantle KINTSUGI from then on. And at that point, they have a two-player advantage because of those Deagle kills. I love that kind of a round. It's absolute chaos. And generally speaking, the team on the anti-eco very seldom knows how to deal with a round like that, with that type of aggression, because you're not really expecting it to come through. And unfortunately for KINTSUGI, that's a round that they probably should have won and aren't able to clinch it in. And E-Fire, I mean, we said their economy was an absolute mess despite winning a few rounds. E-Fire has to hold on to that AK because now into this round, very, very little cash left. Two players with rifles to try and be the firing squad for the rest of the team, and even Eruption still not at a perfect buy. You got the Mac 10 coming through there for Shinobi, but at least Coolest is able to come out with that AWP again. We need to see him hitting those shots though, being a little bit more consistent with it.
Completely agree. Economy in tatters for the side of KINTSUGI. Just wondering how they're going to be able to do this. Pressure was going to go down almost immediately. Coolest hitting those shots. We've been demanding from him, and he's missed the majority of his AWP shots. I think he's hit 2 so far, maybe 3, if I'm being generous, which is not really enough, to be honest, with how many AWPs he's had, which I think he's had 3 AWPs bought for him, or he's bought. Either way. Still it's a force round coming out from KINTSUGI. They've got a couple of deagles and, well, a couple of pistols, rather. A couple of AKs, bit of utility. Pain going in for the entry again. I think this is not recognizing or looking at the flaws or strengths and weaknesses of each other, because Pain, although he is playing a bit of a lurker position and over towards B, was there player down. Oh, Coolest peeking up on over. That boost is absolutely beautiful. Over the smoke, gets the body shot, and that's accuracy going down. One of the AKs dropped, so I don't think that's even recoverable. Fire goes down. That's the second AK gun. And again, in a position in which it's very hard to try and get that recovered. They are going to go towards the long position. They do have a deagle and a Tech 9 potential here. Flash coming out a little bit too early. Doesn't really matter though. Yeah, that AK is not recoverable here. They might be able to get 1 kill. Pain's going to be going in for the peak. Misses a couple of shots and finds one, but that's it.
That was a good round from Coolest. I feel like he heard us. Nice little 3-piece for him. The first one was actually a lot of fun to watch because he takes this insanely aggressive push all the way out towards Party, gets the kill in freaking Narnia, and is still able to back out completely unscathed, which of course, if you survive, well, then you're able to get a few more kills. And he's chilling on site for those ones, and he's able to dismantle that. But again, KINTSUGI on one of those really low kind of forced buys. This time around, again, we're not really expecting them to come out on top of this round in particular, but look at this aggression from Eruption. Now they're starting to feel the confidence.
Yeah, it might be displaced though if they're not careful. These pistols could do some damage, even if they are blocked to Nobu. Never mind, they're going to be able to put some kills on the board. Even Coolest goes in with one as well. So good turn of events, easy round on the board here for them, Sam. They're nearly at the round advantage anyway. If they get one more round on the board, they are going to have to go against a buy round from KINTSUGI.
Yeah. I mean, this isn't a terrible T-side start for KINTSUGI. If they could string a couple more rounds together, then they'll feel a little bit more confident going into the next half. But we need to see those rounds come out. And this is the perfect opportunity to do so, right? It's another force. They're still lacking heavily in the utility. So they're going to have to be very, very decisive and very precise about how they use that utility.
Wonderful God jumping at the right time there. Unfortunately, the nade does get followed up. So even though he was only legged by the AWP, the nade is able to finish him off. And that's a player gone. Out for the counter disadvantage right off the bat here from KINTSUGI. There's every opportunity here for them. Like you're saying, they're going to need to be a little bit more precise and concise with how they use their utility. It seems like there's been a common factor here. When they lose a player very early on, they find it a lot harder to be able to close it out. Dobu in a duel for his life. Unfortunately, he could get shot from the sidelines. So we do see Fire get a little bit of backup as well. Coolest holding his position up towards long. Looks where as a flash does go out from his teammate. He holds onto that position. He may be able to find one, but it's going to be spoilers. Kill's going to be coming out. Yami does get dropped. Shinobi going to be waiting here for them ever closer next to them. He needs his teammates to perhaps play a little bit of a distraction. That's exactly what comes out. Coolest finds one flash out over towards long again. And Shinobi from the sidelines takes down Pain just in time. As Coolest has to jump across site with 9 HP. So a single bullet would have taken him out there. Accuracy. E-Fire, last player is left alive. Shinobi going to be in a good position. They swing out and he has that lockdown, solid aim here from that player. If you want to keep an eye on what he's able to achieve. Now accuracy, last one left alive. Going to be playing very aggressive. He knows he's got very little to lose as they're not going to be able to buy next round. He's got $0 in the bank at the moment. 7 seconds on the clock. He's going to be putting that smoke down, trying to go in for the plant. He knows that money can make a difference. Unfortunately, the deagle comes out from Coolest. That's going to be another kill on board. His third for that round.
Vetchel really starting to come alive here. We kind of noted him as a player that hadn't really shown up in their match against Eruption 3 days ago. Someone we were kind of hoping would step up, and he really has in a big way. But now some of the other players really do need to start stepping up themselves. And it hasn't been a terrible performance from everyone. It's actually been kind of across the board. They're more or less on the same plane. But Vetchel is just playing that much better, getting that much more value, that it's making it a little bit more difficult to not look at the rest of the players and go, come on, guys. And unfortunately, now Eruption have forced them back down onto pistols. They have confirmed themselves the lead at the half. We're going to have to see something massive here from KINTSUGI.
Yeah, it's nice to see Coolest finally wake up with this AWP. I say that and he misses a shot.
I don't think he took the shot.
He did. It
okay.
went off. Yeah. It's just as I'm speaking, he then misses that one. A little bit unfortunate, but you know what? They're versus pistols. It's better safe than sorry. He is going to be backing off. And I mean, Coolest was one of the ones to I sort of said in our pre-show sort of chat of one of the players to watch out for, him and Vetchel, who have got the sort of better performance in regards to stats. Oh, Bane again, just unable to get those entry kills. It's just a consistent issue for this player. 0% success rate so far in getting those entry kills coming into this season. Coolest has an opportunity here to be able to take care of business versus these two players, but I think Vetchel may have an opportunity here. Get a headshot. Let's see. E-Fire and him going to be going in for the entry. Doby's going to be in a good counter position versus any kind of aggression from them. Information is out. 30 seconds, 7 o'clock. These are the last two players left alive. E-Fire peeks around the corner. It's no chance whatsoever. 9th round on the board. And I mean, this isn't terrible here, Sam. 4 rounds on the board for KINTSUGI. If they get 2 more rounds on, that'll be good, but it's looking like that might be a bit tough.
Yeah, I mean, they're in a really, really tight spot here. It feels like Eruption have started to get a really good read of how KINTSUGI have been playing this. KINTSUGI really do like to angle towards one of the sites and then kind of pivot away a little bit later on. And Eruption have definitely started to figure that out. KINTSUGI need to change something up. And bearing in mind, there hasn't been attack timeout taken yet. So nothing to really give them the opportunity to focus in on the mistakes that they're making and how to, change that up and start bringing things back into their favor, come up with some different strats or whatever. It's just kind of the same thing, right? Beating their head against that same wall over and over again.
Oh, that nade. 42 points
good.
of damage to Pain. He's definitely going to be feeling that. Especially when... gonna feel that pain. He's going to feel it, especially against the M4s here. So now he kind of needs to play the back foot, which is honestly his best position. If he can play a support position the best he can, then, that'd be good. But he's only got a nade on him, so ideally I like to see him with a flash in his hand, maybe from as well. E-fire. Very aggressive by himself. There's no possibility of a trade-off in that kind of position. His teammate was over to the top of the toilets, and, well, he's going to get found as well. And again, yeah, they're not really positioning themselves in the best spots to try and get trades. That boost over towards B is nice, but honestly, it's a little bit too late in the day. Fairly late in the round. They've now been heard as well, so that position has been called out. So there's a lot of information here for Eruption playoff. They know that there was an aggression in towards that toilets. They heard the players drop down from the boost spot in towards that B short area. And now all they have to do is wait for time and Coolest. He beats them to the draw. Second kill coming through. Going in for the third. Can't quite see him. Thanks to the smoke and nade. Still, he might catch him off guard here. Payne going to be peeking around the corner. He stood no chance. That is a 4K for Coolest, who's now on 22 to 6.
Jeez.
He heard us, Sam, when we were...
Oh, yeah.
To put it politely, shit-talking his AWPing skills. And he came out of the woodwork.
Yeah. I mean, funnily enough, so we talk about players that, since the last series between these two players, maybe need to kind of step up a little bit. And it's funnily enough, on Overpass, when they played again on this map 3 days ago, Coolest was like second to bottom. He only had 19 kills over the course of that entire map. He's already smashed that. So we got both of our players from the previous series stepping it up, and it seems Eruption are better off for it.
This is just insane. I mean, this is pretty much the end of the round. I don't see this lasting for very long. Payne and his teammates. I mean, Payne actually flashed there, by the way, and screwed over his teammates. We're going to go into a quick break, guys. We'll be back for the second half in a couple of moments.
Welcome back, everyone. We're now in the second half of Overpass between Eruption and KINTSUGI. Looking like a little bit of a one-sided affair between these two teams. KINTSUGI have a hell of an uphill battle ahead of them.
Yeah, I thought we were going to have a bit of a closer matchup here today, as we didn't have an IHC on the map, but seems like Eruption have come up here to cause a bit of an upset. Especially versus KINTSUGI, who they played up against previously. Oh, Yuri catches Pain off guard. He's just... Oh, God, this is embarrassing there, but Retro has an opportunity here to try and turn around this round for his teammates. Wonderful God is very far away. Gonna have to make his run on over. As he's the last player left alive now, and Shinobi is just waiting for this rotation. How does he know? How do they know he's there? That's insane.
Would you like a bit of a fun fact?
Go on.
So when they played this game, or this map, 3 days ago, it was a 16-13 in favor of Eruption. The first half was an 11-4 in favor of Eruption.
Wow.
There you go. History repeats itself.
Yeah.
Hopefully KINTSUGI can put up a little bit of a better CT side this time around. We do have the opportunity to do so. Vetchel is performing on point, at the very least compared to the rest of his team. Kulis has just been an absolute monster. He's so close to that 30 bomb, and we still have minimum 4 rounds left. Like, he's just been an absolute animal here today.
I'm definitely impressed with Coolest's performance, especially because I was so disappointed in his initial shots. He was missing a lot of shots which were just like, yeah, those are fairly easy ones you should hit. Oh, come on, see. Oh, if you'd waited a split second, that would have been a nice wall bang. Oh, he actually did hit. He hit Dobu for 6 damage.
Worth.
That wall. That is hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Imagine if you're playing, you're like, seriously? Go away. Could make the difference. There's a 5-7 at CZ. Never mind. There's a 5-7 on board at the moment. And, you know, 5-7's absolutely solid, especially if you're going to be holding these close angles. But it's very weak in that sort of long and sort of mid-range distance. He might have just been spotted there as well, as he turned his back away from that mid-position accuracy, holding up in towards Picnic. Headshot comes out. It hits the chest instead. Nade is going to get followed up. Yami coming up behind him, but it's going to be Dobry from the front end, gets the kill. Now E-Fire, he's the last one left alive in the toilets area. His teammate, for sure, is going to be rotating up through dumpster position, but he's going to be far too late and should get caught off guard as he pushes on through. He is going to sustain a little bit of damage, as Jammy's going to hold him off. He's going to try and find this headshot. Does land a blow, but unfortunately it was a wallbang. And camera work is a little bit wild here, as the 5-7 does land a kill and blow. The trade does come throughout very quickly. Pain Virtual last player. And unable to achieve anything here, as that's going to be a 13th round on the board here for Eruption.
Well, looking great for KINTSUGI. Bearing in mind, of course, it was the pistol and the force, so fair enough. Now they come into this round. It's rough economically. You know, they have very little to spend into this. It would have been nice if they'd been able to scrape something together here, but after the previous rounds, very unlikely. So getting through this round is, of course, top priority, I suppose. Not that they're going to get through it very strong, very handedly. But what is the word? Very dominant? I don't know. They're going to lose this round, right? And then next round they can buy.
Yeah, it's going to be super hard for them to achieve much on this. If they can get some pistol kills, that would be absolutely fantastic. But I have my doubts about it. They've read accuracy like a book. That position is so overplayed, so easy to know and see. It's very difficult to achieve too much there. Now Pain and Vetchel, last 2 players left alive once again. This time Vetchel was like, yeah, no, Pain, good luck, have fun. I'm going to go all the way back around and see if I can get an exit frag from a different position. And I mean, this is going to be the 14th. Never mind. Pain goes down, so he's left alive. His footsteps may be heard. Yami. Oh, he does fall. That is a nice kill. If he can save this AK, that could be the difference, but he's not going to be given a chance as the nade lands on his dome, as they read him like a book. Landed that nade straight on the AK.
Good try, good try. But yes, it did seem maybe that was the plan all along. Listen, run out, and if you die... I don't think that was the plan, but it would have been cool. Now KINTSUGI can buy in. And this is where we start to see, okay, maybe they can make something happen here. Accuracy's pulled out the AWP. They don't have a lot of time to make things happen, though, of course. At the end of this round, it's match point. This has been far more one-sided from Eruption. A little bit of a disappointing display from KINTSUGI, but I suppose it's not over just yet.
Oh, accuracy. Splashed out there. The nade comes out. And the
Oh, no.
Oh, God, that's going to be so painful, I feel, for accuracy. 4 to 18 and unable to even really get a kill with the AWP there. Very unfortunate. But hey, oh, that's a good, good smoke back there. And wallbang, technically. He shot a player through the other one. That's coolest. That goes down. Pain. Look at try and come alive here. It does find Yami as well. Fury and the teammates. So this is, it has potential rain all over it. Shinobi has to be careful not to give away his position. Bomb goes down and the push in return from Pain. He goes down, but who cares? He actually gets 3 kills. He's done his work. He's got nearly half his kills in that 1 round. But is it too little to see? Dobby pushes through, almost gets the kill, but Wonderful staying alive by the skin of his teeth. Sure is a bit of a weird saying, I'm not going to lie, but it makes sense. 19 HP on him, still alive. Fury, last one. 7 HP on him. Talk about skin by your teeth. There you go. Fire has an opportunity to maybe find him. There you go. It's going to be Vetchel instead. So another round on the board here. So that's not going to be the 15th round on the board for Eruption, but they're creeping ever close to closing this map out.
Yeah, I think that's the scary part, is that KINTSUGI know they have 9 rounds at least to try and catch up. That's no easy feat. And given that Eruptions still have cash for themselves, they can't take a breath just yet. This next round is going to be pivotal. Eruption come out on top of this one. We're going to the next round. KINTSUGI have nothing, and that's probably GG. So KINTSUGI have a lot to do here, and it starts with this round.
They have every opportunity to do this. Yami going to be looking to go in towards tunnels. Has not been spotted yet, but that Molotov is going to shut Accuracy's position down. Luckily, his teammate's going to be in a good spot here. All he has to do is do a little bit of a distraction, but he does more than that. Gets the kill, and wonderful. The wallbang onto Fury. That is huge. That was from the B site down in towards tunnels. That was absolutely massive there. See where he is right here. That's a difficult kill to get. Pulls it off. Their teammate is going in for the rotation. You'll notice they have no players over towards the A site. Honestly, if I was them, I would not want to be going in for the retake scenario at the moment, especially versus Shinobi, Coolest, and Dobu. They're all absolutely fantastic players so far in this match. So Vetchel is going to now go back up and try to hold up onto this. There is a barrage of CTs coming in from the other direction, but I don't think this has been read correctly from the side of KINTSUGI. They've now lost the control of the site. They're going to have to retake it. There's 35 seconds on the clock. The bomb's about to go down. In a very difficult position for them to try and take on. They may be able to push around the site in time, but Coolest and Dobu shutting them down. The Molotovs as well. Vetchel is pushing through the fire and flames. Unfortunately for him, Coolest is there to shut him down. This could be the 15th round of the board, but Shinobi still alive. Holding on to that position. Looking to find someone. It's going to be Wonderful God taking him down off the counter. Fire peeking around the corner. He knows Coolest is here. The smoke's coming out. Coolest has to go in full aggression. He gets it. No scope, but can't get the second. As Wonderful God here to clutch the player you called out for us to watch. He's able to pull it together for his team, but honestly, that was a 5v3 and they almost threw that away.
My heart in that moment. Oh man. I mean, that was pure chaos. And a lot of that comes down to some of the utility that was used there to try and deny some of those sidelines. I mean, shutting off Coolest's line of sight, huge. Unfortunately, that no scope, and I'm sitting there going, oh man, this can't be happening. But thankfully, that last player alive able to shut that down, pick up the AWP, get the kit, and get the defuse through. It was touch and go. And I think that that's a huge problem area for KINTSUGI. These rounds are too close. They're not as clean as they need to be. Sure, they have the potential, the ability to have those clutch moments and to bring it through at the end when things are looking like they aren't going to go their way, but it needs to be cleaner.
Has to be clean, and they have got an opportunity here to try and rebuild a little bit and try to sustain themselves. Oh, accuracy! No, he looks away at the wrong time. Coolest from the sidelines. Oh god, the timing it's so bad. E-Fire takes down one. He knows that there to his side. He has to play aggressive. Overplays his hand. He falls and drops him another gun. They've now all got all the guns they really want here. And Coolest has an AWP in hand. Oh, wonderful gun. Hopefully he doesn't play too over eager here. He is playing aggressive. Shinobi turns his back. He's got the bomb. Information is now being called, but I should have no idea where they are. Anyway, Pain does manage to take down Coolest, but Wonderful God is going to be able to take down the Shinobi.
Oh no,
What's he doing, please? He almost left that too late. Adobe lost one left alive. He's coming back through toilets. This has gone back and forth, and while the economy is in tatters for KINTSUGI as well as Eruption, but Eruption have got time to play with. KINTSUGI do not. Wonderful kill, and, well, from the Wonderful God.
I'm actually so mad. Like, KINTSUGI, you do not have the right to be that cocky. To walk up behind a player and not just take the freaking shot. If that had been a split second later, there is every possibility that you die there. Like, sure, on an individual level, there's some serious skill on this KINTSUGI roster. But, like, given how chaotic a lot of these rounds have been, that is the type of gamble that you cannot afford to be making, especially not when you're one round away from match point. I don't want to see them taking those kinds of risks for the rest of this matchup.
I'm usually the kind of person who's like, yeah, go for the knife, go for the knife, do it, do it. But no, that situation, I didn't even have the thought of a knife in my head. I was like, no, just kill him, just shoot him. God, they're playing with my heartstrings there. They managed to pull out the Sam. Wow. 7-14, 7 rounds behind here. Do you think they're gonna pull out the bag?
They've had a really good resurgence, so I feel like it's definitely possible. But Eruption have been looking a lot cleaner for the most part. So if I had to put my... Oh! I mean, Wonderful God exists. What can I say?
You'd love to see it. Good kill. Yami's been shut down a lot. He's one of the top players I'd really watch out for, but he's just been continually shut down this match. E-Fire plays very aggressive, gets one. It does come through though. Wonderful God almost going to be able to take down Coolest, but left him with 1 HP. 1 HP is enough for him to do damage, and he actually retains the majority of the utility on his team on himself. He has 2 flashes, a smoke, and a molly. The rest of his team have 2 flashes. That would have been very unfortunate if he had gone down. Hayne smokes himself off, so he's able to play around Toxic Barrels for a little bit longer. This gives them a little bit of time extension. There's 17 seconds. It does give a bit of an opportunity for Eruption to push in, but it does mean that they're going to have to give themselves away to push up here. Fury does spot out the play. It does get the kill. There's now only 8 seconds left on the clock. It doesn't matter. Fury's coming alive. Dominates his opposition, and now it's going to be a 1v3 in accuracy. He's not been able to pull out the back. He's only got a couple of kills, and finally going to be able to take down Coolest, but he only had 1 HP, so that should have only taken 1 shot with any gun, anything at all. Drops his USP out, but unfortunately also drops his guard, and that's going to be Fury gets in another kill on the board. Not quite the 5k, but it was 3k.
Oh, that's rough. That's dire straits here for KINTSUGI. I mean, they've managed to do a good job at starting to bring the momentum back in their favor. They opened up that round really nicely as well. Wonderful God getting a nice little kill off there. But a great stabilization from Eruption. Able to take back control of the momentum, the pacing of that round. Now it's match point. Team KINTSUGI have nothing to play with. This is it. This could be the end.
I think it could be. They're down on their luck right now. Unfortunately, that last cut, they've just made too many mistakes on this, and they're going to have a lot to diagnose. But unfortunately, if you're saying they've kind of had this scoreline previously on Overpass, they're going to potentially not learn from it again. Oh, accuracy. Waller in. Oh, he does get the kill. He's playing.
Bro.
Oh, with Fire here. And now Fire is going to try and push over towards A. And they've left the site completely open once again. And this time, they don't have the ability to retake it. They have 3 decoys and a smoke. And no long-range guns aside from, I guess, the Deagles. If you so wish. The MP9 does do a lot of damage, but not quite enough to get a kill. Fury going to be able to make quick work of multiple players. It's going to be the MP9 hero. Accuracy can't quite do it. Now the CZ. He's got 14 bullets total, 12 in this mag, and then 2 left over. He's going to have to try and get a 3-piece with this. Oh, man, I don't see this happening here. It's going to be very hard for him to pull out the bag. But you know what? If he can, if anyone can, it's going to be his team. Unfortunately, not that. It's going to be a GG well played. That is Overpass